does not intend to insult or hurt the feelings of Muslims, but its purpose is to show that apostates are human who have feelings and must be given the right to express themselves against their former religion without fear of facing persecution or harm. Simon Wilder, quoting Walt Whitman, Song of Myself, you shall no longer take things at second or third hand, not look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the specters and books. You shall not look through my eyes either, nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides and filter them from yourself. Move ye with honors. Just when you... Greetings, everyone. This is me, Zahra Jawad. I said that in my first channel. Hello, greetings. Sorry, can't read your name. Can't read Devanagari or Sanskrit. Thank you for the roses. Namaste, namaste. Jai Hind, Jai Israel. Sorry, I'm not Israeli. Hello. Sorry, I'm not from Israel. I'm from another country, former Shia, as you can see, my channel name. Most welcome. So today I'm going to talk about, thank you for the like also. I have to sometimes even like my own videos and live streams. You know me. Okay. So that's good. I don't have to give my introduction then. Thank you, brother, for being here. I just realized that there's so many lies, deception, dishonesty in this world coming across in Pakistan, and families, relatives, societies, communities. Welcome. I see. So, Jai, greetings to you. All the best to India. Hope to see great improvement and advancement in India. Okay, so in Pakistan, what's happened is, this happened in India long time ago. Oh, when the Muslims were there, Mughals and all, about this Ahmadi leader who said that he was the promised Messiah. You can see from Wikipedia here, and the Mahdi. So I don't know whether he was what happened, whether he was martyred, assassinated, executed. Let me just check here. So initially, how it started, you can read Wikipedia here, other articles. Christian missionary Henry Martin Clark filed a lawsuit of attempted murder against Ahmad at the court of, so there was an attempted murder on him. The charge laid against him was that he hired a man murder against Ahmad. Okay, so there was this Christian missionary and all this, but I still feel that as a religious leader, he did not say that he was a prophet, although he said he was the promised Messiah or the Imam. Dawi declined the challenge, calling Mirza Ghulam Ahmad the silly Muhammadan Messiah. Messiah, not prophet.
So in Pakistan, we heard that he had there's some rumors going on against you know the Ahmadis. So they say that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad pronounced himself the prophet after Prophet Muhammad. And I feel they don't read properly uh, anything, they don't know much, just at the drop of following things and false rumors, yes, say. He died as a result of old age and weakness, they say. His body was subsequently taken to Qadian and buried there. He had previously claimed that an angel had told him that he would be buried there. So he was not executed. Sorry, I got this mixed up. I think from the Bab in Iran and Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. And so a lot of lies going on, things like that in Pakistan also against, Shias and God knows what is goes on there, all the crimes and all. But he did not, my main point is that he did not profess that he was a prophet after Prophet Muhammad. There's ayat in the Quran, Surah 33, ayat verse 40. It says that this prophet is the seal of prophets, and I don't think they say that the Ahmadis say, or their leader had said that he's the seal means the seal of prophet, or doesn't mean the last prophet, things like that. I think about this religious uh, leader, they had said that he's no, he's a prophet after Prophet Muhammad. Hope you can understand what I'm saying. I saw last few days ago a Paki man killed Qadiani who was handicapped. You last few days ago, a Paki man killed Qadiani who was handicapped. So yeah, recently I was going through my life also. The, the dishonesty I've seen in Pakistan, living in Pakistan. This is like you know. Sorry, was 33 slash 50, 51, 52. That's Surah, are you, Surah Azab verses 50, 51, 52? No, Surah Azab verse, are you talking about the Quran surahs here? Surah Azab verse 40, where it says that this Prophet Muhammad is the seal of prophets. Uh, did I get you right? Surah, are you talking about Surah Azab? Surah 33 and verses 50, 51, 52? No, I'm talking about the verse here, Surah Azab, verse 40. Muhammad, so the name is given this time, it just doesn't say the messenger of Allah, but Rasulullah's name is given in this verse. So not is Muhammad the father of any one of your men, but he is the messenger of Allah and seal of the prophets. So meaning he is the last prophet. And so after him, there will be no prophets. Yes. No, this is verse 40, not 50. Seal of the, yes. Okay, you are referring to the, so no, no, it's not 50, sorry. It's 40, verse 40. I'm talking about the seal of the prophet because of the connection with Ahmadi and what the Pakistani Muslims I heard say about him and against him, that he professed himself to be the prophet after Prophet Muhammad. And that's why they don't accept Ahmadis as Muslims. You know, every time, this is like too much. This is, sorry, so what's your channel name or what's your this name here? How may I refer to you? How may I call you? So, brother, so the Paki man killed Qadiani, Pakistani man who was handicapped. And which year was this? Last few days ago. Sorry, yeah. I saw. So, did you see a video? What? How did you see it? This video could be many years old. How many? Can you share with us the video link or where you saw this? So much in the name of Allah, Islam. We seem to, either be I don't know what the reason is that lies are spread against people. So I thought he was martyred or assassinated. So in my first channel, I put Shaheed. Shaheed, with due respect, Shaheed Mirza, Ahmadi leader. So this is uh, okay. Okay. So, brother, this is about the Ahmadis. So, if you can share the link. Did you see this in a video? Because I saw last few days ago. So, there's a lot of deception and all this. And a lot of dishonesty. So, Mirza, oh, where is it? Mirza Ghulam Ahmad did not say that he is the prophet after Prophet Muhammad. He said that he is the promised Messiah. Jesus was supposed to come with Imam Mahdi, and they haven't come as yet. But this was long time ago in India. This so you can read which family he belongs to, was an Indian religious leader and the founder of the Ahmadiyya movement in Islam. He claimed to have been divinely appointed as the promised Messiah and Mahdi, which is the metaphorical second coming of Jesus. And that's in the Sunni sources and Shia sources. Yes, I have continued. Thank you. So what else is there? He claimed to have been, Messiah, promised Messiah and Mahdi, which is the metaphorical second coming of Jesus, in fulfillment of Islam's latter-day prophecies, as well as the Mujaddid, centennial reviver of the 14th Islamic century. Born to a family with aristocratic roots in Qadian, rural Punjab, Ghulam Ahmad emerged as a writer and debater for Islam when he was just over 40 years of age. His father died, and around that time, he believed that God began to communicate with him. In 1889, he believed that God began to communicate with him. So this part where um, I feel that even like Islam is a false religion, and so there are like people they feel that they are Mahdi or the Jesus or something goes wrong in this religion, and people start to think that God is communicating with them. But this was like a positive thing, and not to kill someone. So he was a harmless creature, harmless. So maybe even Prophet Muhammad must have had this thing of feeling delusional that he was a prophet of Islam. And these prophets coming, and sometimes they're the false prophets. And in the Bible, we are told about the false prophets who, were there or will come, and how they are. Description about false prophets. So this I felt was terrible that, anyways, he survived. Some say, no, wait a minute, what's this? As opposed to the Christian and mainstream Islamic view of Jesus or Isa being alive in heaven to return towards the end of time, Ghulam Ahmad asserted, okay, he was not crucified, about Jesus. He asserted that he had in fact survived crucifixion and died a natural death. So this is about Jesus, what Ghulam Ahmad asserted. I made a mistake in my live stream. So I've been quick to come here. I am not prepared. Just a little bit on this to show you that what lies go on against, people circulating in Pakistan, and they can't take Ahmadis as Muslims. So this is really, really sad. Like in the name of Allah and the Prophet. So I correct myself. I thought he was executed and like Bob, and then he came alive again, and then again they wanted to shoot him. So that's not the case with Ghulam Ahmad. But this is, terrible that his followers have been persecuted in Pakistan, and wrong information that he claimed to be the prophet. But he claimed to be the promised Messiah and Mahdi, which is in the Sunni and Shia sources. Second coming of Jesus Christ. So much deception, and we have these really weird, lot of dishonesty things in Pakistan and around the world. Need to find a way to curb these things, or to change ourselves in the way that just make ourselves warriors, as um, we're attacked. I've been attacked on the psychic level, and even like if what happened in Yemen, starving, someone's children starving. War has done this to them over there. So we should be prepared for every eventuality or every tragedy in our life. What shall we do? Shall we be like warriors, martyrs, uh, ever ready and witnessing which best course to take? My opinion was that, or is, was when I was a Shia, that I should be prepared like um, Imam Hussein, the Prophet Muhammad's uh, family ladies were prepared. Anything can happen anytime. This life is temporary. And yes, the it's good if you're working. That's a great, work like you worship God, bring God in your work. Be honest and take your work as worship, but like don't form a habit. Like, may God give us. So we used to just pray. I didn't like saying don't and do. We must do this or we shouldn't do this, but sometimes I couldn't help it but say this. Like, for example, now we should be. How should we be prepared? May God prepare us, because at that time when I was a Shia, I felt that prayers were like we have to give ourselves, submit our will to God, and then He can help us prepare us, prepare us for all eventualities, any calamity in life. If we even lose a loved one, um, so we live for martyrs. We dedicate our lives to martyrs and all, and live in a religious manner. Always ready for Imam Mahdi, prepare ourselves, and not get lost in the worldly things. But sometimes time elapses, and no, but some people have been our religious scholars. They've been living very, I guess, simply and sincerely, and looking forward, prepared for whenever Imam Mahdi comes. And then meanwhile, I thought I needed help and my people needed help. So, how to awaken to this reality that life is temporary here? Don't get lost. Like, you can get lost in your, just get so involved in your career, and like career is most important in your life, and without a career you are nothing. You feel you're unworthy, you're not being productive, you're not doing this. At the same time, like, have that balance also, that when life, there's a calamity, God forbid, and the realities, to be aware of the realities of life, that life is unpredictable and life is short, but we do forget that it is short. Sometimes it's not so short. So time is relative. And we think that we have a lot of time here. We forget that there's death, accidents, calamities, things like that. So, how to prepare ourselves. But in Pakistan, like, what is this against Shias? And then we have some Shias also. Like, I didn't find um, any great Shias helpful or anything in Pakistan. And, everyone, if there's a wedding, everyone will go to the wedding. But if there is someone's not well, hardly people would visit, and they don't think that is very important. But Muharram, Shias will be prepared for Muharram and Safar. So no one would hardly take, I mean, no one, hardly anyone I saw taking time out for, to visit their friends for this, that they're not feeling well, and to go to the place and give them that consolation. So this is really terrible in Pakistan with the Muslims. Such a tragedy that they could. Recently, this brother's gone away, and um, okay, so I'm much grateful for his feedback. But a few days ago, I'll have to do the searching. When a few days ago, he saw that a Pakistani had killed a handicapped Ahmadi. I'll have to search for that. It's really, really sad. So all the shocks and all. Let's see if we can bring our, I mean, if we have to put our consciousness even upside down. Humanity for, doing humanitarian work. What is this in the name of? Now, when I'm prepared, this is just a short, very unprofessional, very unprepared, and I'm also very shocked. But I thought I would, in a broken way, just get the message through. So shocking. Ghulam Ahmad's claim to be a subordinate Ummati prophet within Islam has remained a central point. Okay, so they say he claimed to be a subordinate Ummati prophet within Islam. Has remained a central point of controversy. But so this is what the Pakistani Muslims, object to. Now, what is a subordinate Ummati prophet within Islam? So, could he be that bad that, okay, so there is a claim subordinate Ummati. Muhammad, nevertheless, remains the central figure in Ahmadiyya Islam. Although Ghulam Ahmad is revered by Ahmadi Muslims as the promised Messiah and Imam Mahdi, Muhammad, meaning Prophet Muhammad, nevertheless remains the central figure in Ahmadiyya Islam and the subordinate prophet within Islam. So, in addition to the promised Messiah and Imam Mahdi, Ghulam Ahmad's claim to be a subordinate Ummati prophet within Islam has remained a central point of controversy. So, this I didn't read. Not prepared for this. But, after finding out about the truth about Islam, I don't think this should be. But the Sunnis then are very strict. They're against Shias spreading false rumors. Since the time I became aware in Pakistan what was happening against Shias. And another thing is that the Shias say that I don't know what the penalty is for punishment or for a false imam claiming to be a false imam or claiming to be Jesus in Shia Islam. Of course, it could be death penalty, right? As is for the apostates, I guess. So just speaking like that, yeah, not anything else I could find. So definitely the Sunni Muslims will be after this poor guy's, with due respect, his Ahmadis, subordinate Ummati prophet within Islam, has remained a central point. Followers in mainstream Muslims who believe Muhammad to be the last prophet has remained a central point between his followers and mainstream Muslims who believe Muhammad to be the last prophet. Johann Friedman, Prophecy Continuous, Aspects of Ahmadi Religious Thought and its Medieval Background, Oxford University. Who are the Ahmadis? Ummati, subordinate prophet within Islam. Okay, so let's see if his claim. I'm going to do some research on this and then come back. Sorry, I missed this one, the subordinate prophet part. He enumerated a variety of prophecies and descriptions from both the Quran and Hadith relating to the advent of the Mahdi and the descriptions of his age, which he ascribed to himself and his age. These include assertions that he was physically described in the Hadith and manifested various other signs, some of them being wider in scope, such as focusing on world events, coming to certain points, certain conditions within the Muslim community, and varied social, political, economic, and physical conditions. In time, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad's claim of being the Mujaddid reformer of his era became more explicit. In one of his most well-known and praised works, Barahin Ahmadiyya, a voluminous work, he claimed to be the Messiah of Islam. Muslims have maintained that Jesus will return. So I need to talk to an Ahmadi about this. Whether the claim, what is the subordinate prophet? Because so many lies and things going on against Shias, and I also felt against Ahmadis that you only meant the Messiah of Islam and Mahdi. So, and he did not say that he was a prophet after Prophet Muhammad being the seal, Prophet Muhammad being the seal of prophets, where he had migrated. According to Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, the promised Mahdi was a symbolic reference to a spiritual leader and not a military leader in the person of Jesus Christ, as is believed by many Muslims. With this proclamation, he also rejected the idea of armed jihad and argued that the conditions for such jihad are not present in this age, which requires defending Islam by the pen and tongue, but not with the sword. So this is really good. Mirza Ghulam Ahmad wrote two books named Tufai Qaisariya and Sitara Qaisariya. Qaisariya, in which he invited Queen Victoria to embrace Islam and forsake Christianity. Reaction of religious scholars. Following his claim to be the promised Messiah, one of his adversaries prepared a fatwa decree of disbelief against Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, declaring him a kafir, a deceiver, and a liar. The decree permitted killing him and his followers. It was taken all around India and was signed by some 200 religious scholars. Huh? Oh my goodness. Muslims, somewhere we've gone wrong, somewhere we've gone wrong. Some years in this monotheistic religion, really. Some years later, a prominent Muslim leader and a scholar, Ahmad Raza Khan, was to travel to Hijaz to collect the opinions of the religious scholars of Makkah and Medina. He compiled these opinions in his work, The Sword of Two Sanctuaries on the Slaughter Point of Blasphemy and Falsehood. In it, Ghulam Ahmad was again labeled an apostate. The unanimous consensus of about 34 religious scholars was that Ghulam Ahmad's beliefs were blasphemous and tantamount to apostasy, and that he must be punished by imprisonment and, if necessary, by execution. And what's the first one since I could? Some religious scholars turned against him, and he was often branded as a heretic. But many religious scholars praised him, like Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, among many others who praised him for his defense of Islam. After his death, this is something positive. After his death, opponents accused him of working for the British government due to the termination of armed jihad, since his claims of being the Mahdi were made around the same time as the Mahdi of Sudan, Muhammad Ahmad. Following his claim to be the promised Messiah Mahdi, one of his, I read this. So a British spy or something with the British. Haram. Journey to Delhi. He exclaimed that his claim could only be discussed after the death of Jesus. Death of Jesus was proven, for Jesus was considered by many to be living and the one who will descend to earth himself. Only when his belief was refuted could his claim to be the Messiah be discussed. Upon this, there was a clamor among the crowds, and Mirza Ghulam Ahmad was informed that the other party alleged that he was at odds with Islamic beliefs and was a disbeliever. Therefore, it was not proper to debate with him unless he clarified his beliefs. Oh, goodness. Ghulam Ahmad wrote his beliefs on a piece of paper and had it read aloud. But due to the clamor among the people, it could not be heard. Seeing that the crowd was drifting out of control and that violence was imminent, the police superintendent gave orders to disperse the audience, and the debate did not take place. This is so sad. A few days later, however, a written debate did take place between Mirza Ghulam Ahmad and Maulvi Muhammad Bashir of Bhopal, which was later published. Ghulam Ahmad is known to have traveled extensive during his life debates with held various debates with influential religious leaders. In which so challenge to opponents. Ghulam Ahmad published a book called The Heavenly Decree, in which he challenged his opponents to a spiritual duel, in which the question of whether someone was a Muslim or not would be settled by God based on the four criteria laid out in the Quran, namely that a perfect believer will frequently receive glad tidings from God, that he will be given awareness about hidden matters. Yes, believers will know. And events of the future from God, that most of his prayers will be fulfilled, and that he will exceed others in understanding novel, finer points, subtleties, and deeper meanings of the Quran. Yes, the sun and moon eclipse. So, evidence here. You can read lawsuit. The charge laid against him was that he hired a man by the name of Abdul Hamid to assassinate Clark. However, he was not detained by the police and was declared innocent by the then magistrate Captain Douglas. The revealed sermon. In 1900, on the occasion of the festival of Eid al-Adha, he is said to have delivered an hour-long sermon, extempore in Arabic, expounding the meaning and philosophy of sacrifice. This episode is celebrated as one of the important events of the history of Ahmadiyya. The sermon was simultaneously written down by two of his companions and came to be known as the Khutbah Ilhamiyya, the revealed or inspired sermon. Ahmadiyya literature states that during this sermon there was a change in his voice. He appeared as if in a trance, in the grip of an unseen hand, and as if a voice from the unknown had made him its mouthpiece. After the sermon ended, Ahmad fell into prostration, followed by the rest of the congregation as a sign of gratitude towards God. Ahmad wrote later, it was like a hidden fountain gushing forth, and I did not know whether it was I who was speaking or an angel was speaking through my tongue. The sentences were just being uttered, and every sentence was a sign of God for me. So I wonder if the trial against him, the discussions which could have been, exhausted, though he may try hard as he can fly from death which awaits him, yet yet his flight from such a contest will be nothing less than death to him, and calamity will certainly overtake his Zion. Ghulam Ahmad prophesies. Dawi declined the challenge, calling Mirza Ghulam Ahmad the silly Muhammadan Messiah. Ghulam Ahmad prophesied. So I can read this. Now I can go on. Tired, Dawi endeavored to recover his authority. A man who did not have both hands was beheaded. A man who didn't have both hands was beheaded in Pakistan for just being an Ahmadi. Just being an Ahmadi. What's the case? Where's the link? Can we read it or? Thank you for coming back here. Do you see this? I mean, can we find a way to save people? Thank you for coming here, reaching out. Yes. Please, can you put the link here? Sorry, I'm giving you this trouble. If you can share the link here of this terrible beheading of an Ahmadi in Pakistan who didn't have both hands. I think now that I'm, did it happen a few months ago or a few days ago? You said you're Dawi endeavored to recover his authority via the law courts without success, and that he may have been a victim of some form of mania as he suffered from hallucinations during his last illness. Pak News. Okay, thank you. Check this out. It's so sad. It's few days ago. A few makes me sick in the like. Oh my God. So let's check a few days ago. And so why has I just remembered that I have to do this. And I had not read this news actually. Uh, Ahmadi, brother, I think we should do something. Ahmadi beheaded in Pakistan, killed in Pakistan. A member of mm, member 12th August. Is this the one? A member of Pakistan's minority Ahmadi community was stabbed to death in central Punjab province. Oh, okay, sorry, excuse me. Can you please read this because I feel it. What is your suggestion? How can we save the people? You can be our Messiah. Can you think about something? What can we say to, like, how can we? What can we do? A member of Pakistan's minority Ahmadi community was stabbed to death in central Punjab province Friday after refusing to chant slogans in praise of a far right Islamic party. Oh my God. In favor, why should he? Police identified the victim as far right. What's far right Islamic party? Some other, it's not an Ahmadi from the minority stabbed to death. Member of Pakistan's Ahmadi. It's a Sunni Muslim party. Police identified the victim as 62-year-old Nasir Ahmad, saying they immediately took the assailant into custody. Man from stabbed to death in Pakistan. Ahmadi man killed in targeted attack in North. This is, oh sorry, this is Al Jazeera, 2021. Okay, go back here, 12th August here. So my brother here, he says that this man who was stabbed to death, the Shaheed, martyred. Oh my God, was handicapped. He didn't have arms or hands. What a cruel world. 19 May 2022, 24th May 20, Pakistani Ahmadis killed, tortured, hounded. 33-year-old. Oof. Look at their patience, right? They would never go killing, abusing, or anything like that. So even the Ahmadis, they're very patient. I mean, look at their patience. Oh my goodness. So it really, I just get very, so much dishonesty and things, prejudice. So seeing the prejudice, the katra katra se banta hai darya, drops. Every drops make the ocean. They say, oh my God, this is so. This is Tehreek supported Pakistan stabbed to death for refusing to chant Labbaik Ya Rasulullah. Supporter of Tehreek Labbaik arrested. Now you're forcing people when I found this ayat that You're not supposed to force people. Even Allah has told Rasulullah in the Quran, there's a ayat. So, salutations unending, Ahmadis. I have no words. I cannot. I don't know how you have patience. But salutations unending. Please accept my salutations unending for your patience. Losing young Ahmadis. This is really sad. It hits me sometimes. I can't understand. Is there anything left in this world? Yeah, there's some Ahmadis left for the Pakistanis to kill. And what else is left in this world for you to deceive and kill and lie in the name of Allah and Prophet Muhammad? But you really don't care. Now, forcing the Ahmadi to say Labbaik Ya Rasulullah, terrible, and killing him because he didn't say that. And what brave, what courageous. So I thought, I'm also ready to die. I should be ready. So much injustice, dishonesty. Jiddu Krishnamurti was right. Someone is stopping me. Uh, like Jiddu Krishnamurti was right. Uh, but why is Hindu stopping me? Because Radharani. Huh? Here I go. Okay, so according to Abdullah Gandhi, that schizophrenia and what do you call it, and those who have epilepsy. So I had a trauma. I was okay. It's ex-Muslim atheists want like this. So they're saying that Hindu help. So the pieces of my life puzzling, like who deceived me, who is a hypocrite in my life, which I haven't seen in front, of course, but some I've seen, and some I've caught. So, what happened in my life? Things are very shocking are coming up. So I realized that what kind of a world, you know, this religion also. But like, where is God? Of it's very shuddering, and how people can use others, and false rumors against me also from certain family members. And we can never know sometimes what is. So Jiddu Krishna. You see, but sorry, I can't follow any. Jai Gurudev. Anything else I need to see or show? Uh, where was that ayat where? So, O messenger, don't you can't, don't force people. Right now, I'm in a very, my mind is very disturbed. What good conduct, really. Can't remember that ayat. You can't, you can't compel. I think I'm going. I have Alzheimer's disease. Or something. Too much has happened. Whatever good befalls you is from Allah, and whatever evil befalls you. Can't find it. A lot of treachery and terrible things. So I come here sometimes. Oh God, feeling a little dizzy. Oops, this got to be so schizophrenia. I think that I'm controlled. We Muslims believe that Islam is an action of the heart. Killed people who changed their religion. Islam a reason for the leaving Islam. Should an apostate be killed? Refuting the argument. O Prophet, so anyone who restrains anger, suppresses anger by Asad. So those who can't really, because you've driven them insane. Like just recently. Yes, restrain anger. Very nice thing said, but I think it's too much now. Some Shias also deceiving. Someone should find Yusuf Zaidi, investigate him and his wife. He's in London. Yes, restrain your anger, but we will incite you against rumor mongers, ones who have disease in the heart, to seize them wherever you find them and kill them. Surah Ahzab, Ayat 62. to 62, I think. Restrain your anger, yeah. Yes, restrain your anger. Fight those who believe not in Allah, nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden which hath been forbidden by Allah and His Messenger. Which ayat is this? So I think these all of us who are in this schizophrenic and maybe thinking that God is helping us and we are connected with God since Pakistan, Karachi, getting help from the Sayyid Yusuf Zaidi, and then thinking that the disciple of Hazrat Fatima Zahra has come and we are healing you and we are doing this and we are helping you and finally I become a wali, saint, Allah, and but controlled and all this. So rampantly happening in my started voices and all. And what else? So many things started to happen to me. Thanks to Sayyid Yusuf Zadi and his wife, Sikandar Shah. So I think people who think God is talking, God is talking to them, or they have been possessed by God. Why some people think that Lord talks to them? Mental illness. Some say, yeah, this mental illness. Am I crazy to say God speaks to me? It's a comedian Lily Tomlin once asked why people who talk to God are said to be praying, but those who hear him talk back are called schizophrenic. It could be a mental 4 ways to know if you're hearing God's voice. Kenneth the Copeland Ministries blog. You see, there's a very thin line, and it could get dangerous uh, if you're really schiz. What if, yeah, and if you get like some Muslim was getting this dream. He had a dream. Is in Pakistan. He had a dream to kill someone or something. God and Prophet Muhammad communicated to him. It's he said, I think he professed this. God uh, and Prophet Muhammad in a dream told a Pakistani to kill someone, take someone's life, kill someone. Blasphemy dream. Yes, I think 30th March 2022, Pakistan, madrasa teachers killed their colleague because told Prophet told them in a dream that she is committing blasphemy and ordered her murder. Yes, this one. And this man killed in Pakistan court on blasphemy charges was US citizen. Tahir Ahmad Naseem, 57, allegedly proclaimed prophethood in 2018. He and was fatally shot by a teenager who reportedly justified his action as a savior religion. And religion, but this is what is left, like kill, namka, like it's on the, you don't give life out of humanity, but you should be so ashamed of your religion. You see, in the Sunni hadiths, I mean, this is ridiculous what you find. You don't want to see this. Say, this is, I'm very slow at this, right? You want to save your religion. Let me find a hadith. Huh. The mother of the faithful believer, Al Harith bin Hisham asked, Allah's apostle, O Allah's apostle, how is the divine inspiration revealed to you? Oh, Allah's apostle replied, sometimes it is revealed like the ringing of a bell. This form of inspiration is the hardest of all. No. And then the state passes off after I have grasped what is inside. Oh, God. Sometimes the angel comes in form of a man, not a woman. Oh my God. That's so funny. Huh? Why you polytheists make what angels daughters of Allah? Quran ayat, Surah Tahrim, I think. So oh my God, sorry. What is inspired? Sometimes the angel comes in form of a man and talks to me. Sometimes this, sometimes that. And I grasp whatever it says. Aisha added, rarely I saw the Prophet being inspired divinely on a very cold day and noticed the sweat dropping from his forehead as the inspiration was over. Oh, goodness. The mother of the faithful believers, the commencement of the divine inspiration to Allah's apostle was in form of good dreams, which came true like bright daylight, and the love of seclusion was bestowed upon him. This is good. He used to go in seclusion in the cave of Hira, where he used to worship Allah alone. Allah alone. No other. Continuously, you just have to emphasize Allah alone. Continuously for many days before his desire to see his family. He used to take with him the journey food for the stay and then come back to his wife Khadija to take his food likewise, again till suddenly the truth descended upon him. Suddenly, suddenly, what is this? Truth descended upon him while he was in the cave of Hira. The angel came to him and asked him to read. The prophet replied, I do not know how to read. The prophet added, the angel caught me forcefully and pressed so hard that I could not bear it anymore. He then released me. He then released me and again asked me to read, and I replied, I do not know how to read. Thereupon he caught me again and pressed me a second time. As he pressed me a second time till I could not bear it anymore. That's why the Sahabas called him Majnoon and possessed. You know, Inte Majnoon. They called him Majnoon. They called him mad. He then released me and again asked me to read. That's why we're told in Surah Tahrim that your companion is not possessed or mad. And in Surah Takwir also, your companion. His Sahabas were calling him mad, possessed. And you want to kill the Shias for not respecting some of the Sahabas. He then released me and again asked me to read, but again I replied, I do not know. Again, 3 times, just 3 times. Trinity, I tell you, or what shall I read? Allah, 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 Allah. This is so terrible. Thereupon he caught me for the third time. Okay, this third time, and oh my goodness, and then released me and said, "This angel, I tell you, is you know from the Hindu." 3 times it happened. Read in the name of your Lord who has created all that exists, has created man from a clot. Read, and your Lord is the most generous. Then Allah's apostle returned with the inspiration and with his heart beating severely. Then he went to Khadija bint Khuwailid and said, Cover me, cover me. They covered him till his fear was over. And after that, he told her everything that had happened and said, I fear that something may happen to me. Khadija replied, Never. Khadija is more. Khadija, she's consoling Prophet Muhammad. Oh my goodness. On a high level faith, I tell you, higher than Prophet Muhammad. I cannot blame Ahmad Mirza for Ghulam Ahmad Mirza. Ahmad Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. Oh, I fear that something may happen to me. Khadija replied, Never. By Allah. Allah. So, okay, yeah, she was married. Uh, so she was married? Wasn't she married to Prophet Muhammad after the revelation came? Huh? Wait a minute. You went to Khadija. So they were married? But the revelation came. We were told. So how were they married? Then he went to Khadija bint Khuwailid and said, Cover me, cover me. They covered him till his fear. Now here it doesn't say that she's his wife. I'm kind of confused here. Low comprehension. Had he now Shia say that he knew he was a prophet, he just had not declared it, but was married to Khadija before declaring that he was a prophet. Okay, so anyways, but so the revelation is this is his first revelation. And how could he be married to Khadija at this time. Then he went to Khadija bint Khuwailid and said, cover me, cover me. They covered him till his fear was over. And after that, he told her everything that had happened and said, I feared that something may happen to me. You see, because he, before that, he didn't even know he was a prophet, according to the Sunni sources. So how was Khadija married? What kind of nikah happened? Was it the pagan Arab custom again? Oh. Here you see we are told he doesn't know he's a when the Wahi has come in the form of an angel or what? Okay, this is the first Wahi. Now Sunnis, you say that he the prophet added the angel caught me forcefully and pressed me so hard. Okay, so he knew he was a prophet, but now he doesn't. But the revelation had not yet come on him. And when the revelation comes, Lord, oh my God, read in the name of your Lord. Then he released me. He has agreed. So how did they get the nikah done? Aqad. Khadija and Prophet Muhammad. Okay, I don't know. Then he went to Khadija bin Khuwailid and said, cover me, cover me. They covered him till his fear was over, and after that he told her everything that happened and said, I fear that something may happen to me. Oh, Prophet is fearing that something may happen to him. So of course he was not he didn't think it, it wasn't declared to him. It wasn't well, he had not come down as yet that he was a prophet. So how, how was the nikah done with Khadija? How was the ceremony? What vows? How did they? Khadija replied, never. By Allah. Allah will never disgrace you. You keep good relations with your kith and kin. Help the poor and the destitute. Serve your guests generously until the Surah Azab ayat will come. Now go. Eat. Yeah, but serve guests. Timings, just fill your stomach and go. Surah Azab verse. And assist the deserving calamity afflicted ones. But polity is not, until you, Khadija believed in an Allah. Khadija then accompanied them to her cousin, Waraka bin Nawfal. You see, he's married to Khadija, but Muslims, he's not a prophet. He not know he prophet. So how they marry? Huh? And Khadija more faithful, believing woman than him. She assured him. But before even that, David, would they tell us what this, show us? You tell me, Muslims. This first Wahi coming, Wahi, not Va, but Wahi. Wow. How they get married? Prophet Muhammad and Khadija. How they get married? According to what custom they get married? I have no idea. Khadija then accompanied him to her cousin Waraka bin Nawfal bin Asad bin Abdul Uzza, who during the pre-Islamic period became a Christian and used to write the writing with Hebrew letters. He would write from the Gospel in Hebrew as much as Allah wished him to write. You see, even Christian Jews believe in Allah. This is not the original Allah from Islam. This taken copy, copyrights infringement. He was an old man and had lost his eyesight. Khadija said to Waraka, "Listen to the story of your nephew." "Oh, my cousin." Waraka asked, "Oh, my nephew, what have you seen?" Allah's apostle described whatever he had seen. Waraka said, "This is the same one who keeps the secrets." Angel, oh, Waraka recognizes angel. It's Angel Gabriel, whom Allah had sent to Moses. Now he tells him, there's some deception here going on. Will they drive me out? Waraka. Now, Muslims will ask, is this Sahih? Hasanat? Hasana? Good? I don't know. He then released me and, oh God, where did I? Khadija, cousin, or this is the same. I can't read more. Sent to Moses. I wish I were young and could live up to the time when your people would turn. No, there. You see, the Prophet himself doesn't know that who came. Waraka is telling him it is an angel, tells him Moses. Allah doesn't tell him. Muslims, what has happened to you? Yeah, I know. You're going to kill me. Try to save your religion, which you really don't know, not understand, not critically, closely examine, and you're going to kill me. And I really will embrace my death, hopefully, as a martyr. Allah's apostle asked, hello, I can't believe, my Sunni principle. I mean, you, Oxford University, you get admissions, but you don't want to go there. And all your life, you pray 5 times a day. No, we pray. We have azan 5 times a day. Why Shias have azan 3 times a day? I can't believe this. Oh my God. Right? Without even thinking, oh, Paramahamsa Vishwananda, show me. See, you are just making assumptions, making up your minds that he's a prophet, but he doesn't know. You're just reading. This means Khadija better than him, and Waraka even more better than him. because Khadija only know that it Allah, only Allah alone. But Waraka tell him Angel Gabriel. Waraka is explaining, and this Quran is complete. I tell you, it have everything explained in detail. Quranites. Blankets, wrap me in blanket. I'm afraid. Again, it's going there in Hira. Again, the thing. But, again, he comes back and says, wrap me. Oh my goodness. No, no, this not maybe Ibn Abbas in the explanation of statement of Allah. Move not your tongue concerning the Quran of Muhammad to then you follow it. When we have recited to you, Muhammad. Allah's apostle was the most generous of all people, and he used to reach the peak in generosity in the month of Ramadan when angel met him. By the help of a peak, reaching the peak when angel used to, Gabriel used to, blessed by Gabriel. Gabriel used to meet him every night of Ramadan to teach him the Quran. It's like a man. No, no. Allah's apostle was the most generous person, even more generous than the strong, uncontrollable wind, in readiness and aids to do charitable deeds. Narrated by Abdullah bin Abbas. This means that Allah is not generous, but Prophet Muhammad is the most generous. Because wind, even more generous than Allah's apostle, was the most generous person. Even more generous than the strong, uncontrollable wind. Narrated by Abdullah bin Abbas. Abu Sufyan bin Harb informed me that Heraclius had sent a messenger. I read this, yeah. And anything here? How dumb, really, people. You know, this making you, and you are killing Ahmad. No, Ahmadis. When they assembled, he ordered that all the doors of his palace be closed. On hearing the views of Heraclius, the people ran towards the gates of the palace. Sometimes even I not understand what's happening. So please don't blame me. I'm losing my mind now. How? What this happening? How you marry Khadija without Wahika? Maybe that forget that. Not Hasanat. Revelation. Now let's go to belief. Allah's apostle said Islam is based on the following 5 principles: to testify that none has right to be worshipped but Allah, and Muhammad is Allah's apostle. Second, to offer the compulsory, yes, zakat, perform hajj, all this. The Prophet said, yeah, belief. Prophet said a Muslim is one who avoids harming Muslims with his tongue and hands, and a muhajir emigrant is one who gives up, abandons all that Allah has forbidden. Narrated by Abu Musa. Some people asked Allah's apostle, whose Islam is the best? Whose Islam? Who is a very okay? Who is a very good Muslim? He replied, one who avoids harming the Muslims with his tongue and hands. Narrated, feed the poor, greet those whom you know, those whom you do not know. Prophet said, none of you will have faith till he wishes for his Muslim brother what he likes for himself. By him in whose hands my life is, none of you will have faith. This is okay. Whoever possesses following 3 qualities will have sweet delights. Who took part in the Battle of Badr was a Naqib. Oh. Allah's apostle said, while I was sleeping, I saw in a dream some people wearing shirts of which some were reaching up to the only while oth- others were even shorter than that. Umar bin Al Khattab was shown wearing a shirt that he was dragging. The people asked, how did you interpret it? What is its interpretation, O Allah's Apostle? He, the Prophet, replied, it is the religion. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. Haya. Haya is half religion. This part. Leave him as Haya is part of faith. Once Allah's Apostle passed an Ansari man who was admonishing his brother regarding Haya. Oh my goodness. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Allah's Apostle said, I have been ordered by Allah to fight against the people until they testify. Oh my goodness. There's no compulsion in religion. And Allah's Apostle said, I have been ordered by. Oh no, don't read this. Testify that none has the right to be worshipped. A fight against the people. Who is the who is compelling his people to fight? I mean, sorry, who is fighting and inciting? Who made an army? Testify that none has the right to be worshipped but the Allah, and that Muhammad is Allah's apostle, and offer the prayers perfectly and give the obligatory charity. Oh my God, this is scary. So you see the Sunni Muslims, if this is a Sahih Hadith, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to fight us. Allah's apostle was asked, what is the best deed? To believe in Allah and His apostle? The questioner then asked, what is the next in goodness? He replied, to participate in jihad, religious fighting. Oh, dangerous stuff coming. Has come. Sorry. So Allah's about, why have you left? Oh, very good the religion. And the Prophet said, very peaceful. The Prophet said, I was shown the hellfire, that the majority of its dwellers were women who were ungrateful. Very women, you should be, ungrateful. Majority of you. Oh my goodness. It was asked, do they disbelieve in Allah or are they ungrateful to Allah? He replied, they are ungrateful to their husbands. So they are believers who are ungrateful to their husbands, right? And are ungrateful for the favors and the good charitable deeds done to them. We don't need it. If you have always been gussy, ungrateful. No, but if you. Oh, they are ungrateful to their husbands and they're ungrateful for the favors, good charitable deeds done to them. If you have always been good, benevolent to one of them, then she sees something in you, not of her liking. She will say, I have never received any good from you. Hellfire. For you women, believers, ungrateful. So I don't know if this hadith says, what is the thing for this? What do you call it? Narrated by Ma'rur, sorry, at Arabada. I met Abu Dhar, who was wearing a cloak, and his slave, too, was wearing a similar one. I asked about the reason for it. He replied, I abused a person by calling his mother with bad names. The Prophet said to me, O Abu Dhar, did you abuse him by calling his mother with bad names? You still have some characteristics of ignorance. Your slaves are your brothers, and Allah has put them under your command. This is good. So whoever has a brother under his command, should feed him of what he eats and dress him of what he wears. Do not ask them, slaves, to do things beyond their capacity power. And if you do so, Narai Risala, Ya Rasulullah, Risalat. Narrated by Al Ahnaf bin Qais. While I was going to help this man, Ali ibn Abu Talib, Abu Bakr met me and asked, Where are you going? I replied, I'm going to help that person. He said, Go back, for I have heard Allah's apostle saying, when two Muslims fight, meet each other with their swords, both the murderer as well as the murdered. Abu Bakr is calling Imam Ali a killer, will go to hellfire. I said, O Allah's apostle, it is all right for the murderer, but what about the murdered one? Allah's apostle replied, he surely had the intention to kill his companion. Wait a minute. Ali ibn Abu Talib was the fourth rightly guided caliph, right? Of the Sunni Muslim. While I was going to help this man, Ali ibn Abu Talib, Abu Bakr, Abu Bakr, Abu Bakr met me and asked, Where are you going? I replied, I am going to help that person. He said, Go back. For I have heard Allah's apostle saying, when two Muslims fight, he's not going to fight him, is he? Or he's going to fight him. When two Muslims fight, meet each other with their swords, both the murderer as well as the murdered will go to the hellfire. Imagine what will happen in Battle of Jamal and the battles with Muawiyah, Imam Ali and Muawiyah. Meaning all of them are going to hellfire. I said, O Allah's apostle, it is all right for the murderer, but what about the murdered one? Murdered one even. Allah's apostle replied, he surely had the intention to kill his companion. That's why the religious scholars will tell their Sunni Muslims not to go into this, not to think, no, don't think. Allah knows best. But if you take this hadith, and if it is Sahih, then what happens here? Battle of Jamal. You see, you people don't use your mind. You are asked not to. You're just asked to blindly believe, not question anything. Haram. Battle of Jamal and Siffin and now according to this hadith, Sunni sources, Aisha, Talha, Zubair, Ali, the fourth caliph, all of them going to hell. Isn't it so? Right? If this hadith is sahih. But when someone thinks, no, because you see this, let's take this hadith seriously. Narrated by Ahnaf bin Qais. Yes, this one. Any other? Okay. Uh, Narrated by Al-Ahnaf bin Qais. While I was going to help this man, Ali ibn Abu Talib, Abu Bakr met me and asked, "Where are you going?" I replied, "I'm going to help that person." He said, "Go back, for I have heard Allah's Apostle saying, when two Muslims fight," means this person who was going to meet Ali ibn Abu Talib was also Muslim and was going to help this person, Ali ibn Abu Talib, when Abu Bakr told him, "Go back, for I have heard Allah's Apostle saying, when two Muslims fight, meet each other." Fight or meet each other? Each is going to go to meet Ali, right? Help and help Imam Ali. He said, "Go back, for I have heard Allah's Apostle saying, when two Muslims fight, meet each other with their swords, both the murderer as well as the murdered will go to hellfire." Meaning, you kill Ahmadis, you're going to hellfire. And you're not even careful, like you just kill. You kill Shias, you're going to hellfire. Muslim, it only says Muslim, doesn't even say Mu'min. I don't know the exact Arabic Muslim believer or only Muslims. Fight, meet each other with their swords. Both the murderer as well as the murdered will go to the hellfire. No one is a. So two Muslims if they fight. Now you see, Ali's people became Shias. Abu Bakr's became the Sunni or Muslims, non-Shia. Now tell me, all of you gone cases, you're all going to hell. And the women, believing women, ungrateful, they're also going to hell. How many believing Muslims are going to hell? That's why your religious scholars say, don't read this and think, use your mind. You are all going to hellfire. Muslims. If you kill the Shia of Ali and he doesn't use a sword against you, you assault him and you kill him, you're going to go to hell. Because here it's about both having their swords, right? Each other with their swords. The other person has, Ali has also been given that chance. He gives the sword to Ali and says, "Let us meet by fighting." And this Muslim is going to meet, like these two Sahabas, right? When two Muslims fight, meet each other, Abu Bakr's time. Okay, Abu Bakr, maybe he wasn't a Sahaba of Prophet. But when two Muslims fight, meet each other, maybe this is not even a Sahih. There's no grading here of the Hadith, so sorry. Volume 1, Book 2, number 30. Sahih Muslim, Sahih Bukhari, sorry. Not Muslim, Sahih Bukhari. Go back, for I have heard Allah's Apostle saying, when two Muslims fight, meet each other. This means in the battle of Jamal. Ali and those who instigated, Aisha, both Muslims, whoever instigated, they fought with swords, killed and got killed. Muslims, two Muslims. Are you to decide who's going to be a Muslim? Do you have no fear of God? So, this is a good hadith to open your eyes, Muslims. You see, Ali ibn Abu Talib is the first Imam of the Shias. And for them, there's ample evidence. And Abu Bakr is telling this Muslim. So Abu Bakr is and also Ali will become the later on after Abu Bakr, the fourth Caliph, Rashidun, of the Sunnis and the Muslim non-Shias. And if you kill a person who says the Shahada, just adding Ashhadu anna Aliun Waliullah Wasiyu Rasulullah, Aliun Waliullah Wasiyu Rasulullah, Wasi of Rasulullah, you are going to hell. No hurries for you, no virgins, no heaven. Killing one Shia, I will go to get to heaven. Remember Sipai Sahiba in Pakistan? So this, what's happened? Your religious scholars say, don't read this, don't decide, this is dark. And they're even preventing you from, you know, making a judgment by reading your own hadith on this. What would you do? Your religious scholars are saying, don't go into this dark history, Islamic history. Allah knows best. But then why did Allah send Rasulullah and hadith explaining that this dark time, Battle of Jamal, this, and you won't take this hadith, right? What are you doing? Ignorance. You are not judging by what the guidance Rasulullah gave to Abu Bakr to give to this Muslim, and this happened. And you don't want to use it. I mean, you don't have to use much mind here, your own opinion, not required. You just use what Allah's Apostle has said, what Abu Bakr said to that man going to meet Ali, Muslim. When two Muslims fight, perhaps he's taking two swords with him. I'm coming, or one of his, and Ali has a Zulfiqar, and he's going there to fight him. And he's saying, I'm going to meet him, and I want to help. No, sorry, he says, I'm going. Where I replied, I'm going to help that person. While I was going to help this man, Ali ibn Abu Talib, Abu Bakr met me and asked, where are you going? Yes, help that person, Ali. He said, go back, for I have heard Allah's Apostle saying, when two Muslims meet each other. So it is like a Surah Muhammad ayat. When you Muslims meet them in battle, yani they put IE. in brackets. Please see this. You know, you're missing out because you're going to go to hell. Burn in hellfire. You're going to burn in hellfire. So, should you not educate yourself rather than listen to your religious scholars? That killing one Shia will give you heaven, or God knows, 72 Houris, virgins in paradise, heaven. What happened there? Battle of Jamal. Take this hadith, apply it. Ummul Mumineen, okay, they instigated, and you say, oh, mistake happened. Well, no mistake should have happened, because here we are told two Muslims fight each other with their swords. Both the murderer as well as the murdered will go to hellfire. I wonder if anything is written about. Maybe we'll see later on. But here, well, it doesn't say by mistake if they fight. No. Muslim, yeah, Muslim. We don't know what really. By mistake if they fight each other. How stupid can I get? The Prophet said the signs of a hypocrite are three. Whenever he speaks, he tells a lie. Okay, this is not important. Prophet said whoever has the following four characteristics will be a pure hypocrite. He is interested, he betrays. Whenever he speaks, he tells a lie. Whenever he is entrusted, he betrays. Whenever he makes a covenant, he proves treacherous. Well, you did. In Surah Tahrim, we are told. Narrated by Abdullah bin Amr. Volume 1, Book 2, number 33. Okay, I think my energy, I need a break. Can't talk properly. Sorry, it wasn't so good, but come kill me. Right? What deception in the Muslim world, Pakistan especially. I've seen what I've experienced, and maybe in the Arab world also. Muslim Arab world, oof. Rather die than to live in this life where humanity is gone, lies. You should be contemplating. Your prophet went to the Hira cave. Perhaps before the Wahi came, he went to contemplate there. And you just kill, and Rasulullah came in my dream. Oh my goodness. You go and kill. Rasulullah came in my dream also. Huh? You know, he said, at the foot of my bed, I am Prophet Muhammad. He said, when he said, as he was saying, my daughter Fatima, she appeared. At the foot of my bed, they were standing. I was lying down, Aram said. I was, and it's like in real life, I opened my eyes, but it wasn't. I was dreaming. And his daughter said, we cannot make you believe. He himself did not say it, Prophet Muhammad. So, oh goodness. Okay, so thank you. And kill as you like. But remember, you're going to hellfire. Let's say he's a Muslim in his heart. And you have decided. But here in the Battle of Jamal, your religious scholars say, Don't decide. Let Allah knows best. Dark times of history. But you think you know best, that you are the true believer and you're going to kill a fellow Muslim because you think he is not a fellow Muslim. So who is saving you from hellfire right now? Huh? Dare you tell your people, Muslims, non-Shia and non-Ahmadis? Okay, sorry, I have to go. There's this thing.